Hello everybody, my name is Dylan and welcome back to... Today we're going to make some gumbo, trying out something new, and we are going to start off by prepping our ingredients. We have a whole bunch of celery, 1 large onion, 1 large green bell pepper, a couple cloves of garlic, and a bunch of parsley. After that we're going to make sure to have a bunch of flour and oil for our roux, and then a lot of chicken and sausage, as much as you can fit into our pan. Our gumbo is going to be one big melting pot, much like its creation, which many people believe it's just a southern black food that has spawned out of the deep south. However, most people don't know that this has been created by a combination of techniques from West Africa to France and Spain, and even indigenous ingredients. This leads us to our first term, racial formation, which is the idea that race isn't biological and formed by many factors. And under that is racialization, where different practices or culinary techniques or just existence is blanketed under a racial term, which is heavily the case in gumbo. After we get all that cut up, we're going to brown our chicken and start on our roux. Now this is a lengthy procedure that takes up to 45 minutes and even an hour to get proper. And while I won't make you sit through all that, I will show off just a little bit of the time that went into making this roux. I hear the phrase "food is food" thrown around when creating different meals that take heavy influence from multiple cultures, that we shouldn't tie food down to one culture, or that it doesn't matter who invented it, but who cooks it. And while true, takes away from the influence that the culture that created it has. And while we shouldn't lock people away from trying new experiences, it denies what people have gone through in creation of the dishes that they've grown up and loved with. And that is just another example of another term, colorblindness, that really speaks to me and just makes me appreciate what goes into a dish. A proper gumbo takes time. It can't be rushed and it can't be forced, because what really makes this dish shine is how flavors meld together and create just something unique that you can't get from a quick dinner. This shouldn't stop anybody from trying, because while I've never tried it before, this dish came out absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait for you all to see the final result. You'll see me add more flour as the recipe goes on. This is just to get the right consistency and make sure that everything is going to turn out. I was a little worried at first when I started mixing this, but the roux clung together and it pulled through, which I am so happy with, and just amazing how someone can design a meal like this that takes time and honestly could feed a whole flock of people if you make it right. Alright, I think you've seen enough of me mixing around this same pot, so let's cut to when I finally added in our stock and got prepared on the rest of the meal. I always love the sound of stock when it hits the pan. The nice sizzle really tells you that you're cooking well. After this, we are going to add in all of our vegetables, all pre-cut, and then we're going to add in our parsley. And we are just going to let this cook, let it reduce a bit, and let all of those flavors combine together and get all happy. While we're letting that cook, we're also going to get a start on our sausage, just toasting it up nice and quick in a side pan and ensuring that we've got a rice going as well. Almost missed that step. I'm glad I had my sister around to help me out. Here is what we're looking at right now. Just about ready to add in the meats. And there they go in. Adding in our chicken right after that. And then we are just going to let this cook a little bit longer so that we get all those nice new flavors melted in. And that leads us to our final topic of the day, systematic racism. Many communities that create recipes like this have been hindered by just who they are and what they look like. There are systems in place that keep it that way, that we have done very little to prevent from continuing on. And I think that is a testament just to not only the food, but the people that are still here and still thriving today, looking for bigger and better opportunities despite the fact that they have been denied those for so long. And it is looking ready. Here we go, the reveal, and then our final plating. Thank you for being here for this, and I hope you make something good soon.